Hey everyone, welcome to my next big adventure. I'm currently north of Atikokan, Ontario, and I'm en route to Sioux Lookout, Ontario. There, I'm going to spend the night at my cousin's. Tomorrow morning, the two of us and his canoe and my kayak are going to go another 3 hours north to Pickle Lake, Ontario. Pickle Lake is at the end of Highway 599. It's actually the northernmost highway in Ontario. So anything beyond that is gravel roads. And that is where the journey begins. Well, first morning of the trip, we're well on our way. We gassed up in Sioux Lookout. So we got a full tank of gas. We have our canoe, kayak, all the camping gear packed up. About an hour into the journey.
Yeah,
and
there.
Yeah, Tony and I saw, so far I've seen a bear. Got a good little video of that. Curious little guy, posed, you know, turned into a good little clip. And then this morning, we saw several moose. One young bull gave us a nice good look, again posed for us. And then as we came up to a clearing, two more moose. We had a cow and another young bull. Got a quick little video of that. We should be about 3/4 of the way down the 516 highway, almost at the 599, and we'll check in there. This body of water you see behind me, that's Metcalf Lake. It's one of the main points, access points for Wabakimi Park. But we're going much further north. We still have 3 to 4 hours driving, but just a pit stop. Just a little pit stop on our way up north. The mighty Pipestone River. Simply incredible. Well, we just made it. 6-hour drive to our lake, but not to our destination yet. We're going to launch the canoe and the kayak, load them up with our camping gear, and then head down the water to find a campsite. What's a camping trip without a little bit of rain? It's almost a guarantee when Tony and I go, right?
Usually.
It's one thing to stare at something like this on a satellite image. It's another to travel to the remote destination and see it in person, right? I think we have a winner. We have a nice landing spot. Good bedrock to set up a fire. I think we got a winner, Tony. I found a couple nice sturdy trees to hang a hammock. This will be the first time I've ever slept in a camping hammock. It's nothing special. It's the Easthills Jungle Explorer. It was the nicest camping hammock they had on Amazon, so that's what I'm starting with. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. This is the first time I've ever set it up. Let's see how it goes. Before I put the rain fly up, I got the hammock, and I'm going to put in this self-inflating air pad, the sleeping pad, because with these hammocks, one thing I've heard is as you lie in there, if you're not sleeping on an angle, you'll just sink right into it and it'll kind of wrap up in you. So I'm going to put this below me for some rigidity, but it's also going to help with the R factor, some insulation below, because it's supposed to get down to a low of about 5 degrees Celsius tonight. A little chilly, but this will help. I'm set up. It's a little amateur at best. My first time, I'll work out the kinks as I use it more often. But I have a place to sleep. A rainbow.
Oh yeah.
Sun feels nice. I will give you a quick tour of our campsite we chose. We had to check out 4 different islands before we found the one we want. Here's my landing for the kayak. Nice access, bedrock, easy to step out onto. There's the trail. You might hear the crackling of a fire. We got that going. There is Labrador Tea all over this place. I think I might make some tea with that some point of this journey or this trip. Tony also has a nice landing spot for his canoe.
Landing spot, yep.
Yeah, nice sloping bedrock with moss to rest the boats on so they don't get worn out. We just made this little fire pit. Again, beautiful sun. Up here, you'll see where Tony has his tent set up. He'll have that all to himself because I am over here in the hammock. We got a little bit of rain. And this is our home for the next 3 days. The sun is about to set in a couple hours. We got a light rain. I have an ice cold beer that's been sitting in the water. The water's barely above freezing right now. I'm just going to enjoy this rainbow, enjoy this beer, and then I'm going to go up and enjoy the fire. Yep. The forecast said no rain on this entire trip, but we're camping. It's gotta rain, right?
Pretty much all the time, yeah.
At least now we have our stuff all set up and
Don't really have to worry about it.
no. Cheers to fishing, camping, sunsets, and rainbows. Cheers to the north. Since I only go camping a couple times a year, don't expect me to eat healthy. I have some smokies over the fire. Smokies cooked. Sun's going down. Oh, it's hot. Huh. Here we go. I'm about to get into the hammock for the first time ever. I know, it's nighttime. I should be comfortable with it by now, but I like to live dangerously. So I'm just gonna get in here and hopefully not kill myself. Okay, woo, rocking back and forth. I'm in the hammock. It's comfortable, but we'll see what I think about it in the morning. If my opinion changes. It's supposed to get pretty chilly tonight, just 4 or 5 degrees above freezing. But I think I'll live. See you in the morning. Good morning. So that was it. That was my first ever sleep in my hammock. It was fairly comfortable. It got pretty cold last night, but with the sleeping bag, the inflatable pad, and this hoodie, I was able to stay warm. Lost Lakes merch, by the way. It was really pleasant. I could hear the frogs singing pretty much all night. Loons calling. And then as it started to get lighter out, the frogs died off, and all I could hear is songbirds now. So, all in all, I'd say it went pretty well. While I wait for the water to boil for my tea, I'm going to have an orange and some homemade trail mix. Just going to have something light because I'm hoping at noon we'll come back to the campsite with a fish to cook. Have a little shore lunch. Ooh.
Get a hit?
Yeah.
Did you see what it was?
No. Hit right there by the shore though. Sun's well up. We are just leaving the campsite now. Tony is already around the corner in the canoe, but I will catch up fairly quickly. There's a little pike. That little guy. Tons of bait fish in here. Dace looks like.
It's hard to tell. Come on. Oh shoot, he's 28.
Oh, okay. Okay, but hold it up. Oh, there it goes. Well, Tony and I just got back from our morning fish. It was pretty slow. Tony caught a couple walleye and a pike, but they were all in the slot size. We couldn't keep them. So we'll have to wait a little longer for that shore lunch. When the fishing's slow, there's always Mr. Noodles.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Oh, walleye. Woo! That thumped it good. Maybe you want to bring the tape over?
Yeah, okay.
There we go. My first Molly Lake fish.
Alright, I'm coming.
So awesome. I think we finally get to have shore lunch. Okay, there's it's 0. These tapes are always longer than 18 and a quarter.
Yeah. Seems like everything in here is 18-ish.
Yep. Awesome release, Joe.
Well, got something.
Yep. It was just over 18 inches, so another slot size. You can't keep any between 18 and 21 here, unfortunately. I'm out of clean water, so it's time to filter some more. Again, I'm still loving my platypus quick draw filter. It's the same one I used last year when we did our Lac Seul trip. Pretty simple. Take that cap off. Take this cap off. Grab some lake water. The dirty end goes to the bottle. That's filtered. Just a little classic. Beans and wieners. I pretty much have to have this at least once on every camping trip. And also, don't burn them. Got a pretty good flame on my stick stove right now. While I was enjoying those beans and cooking the dishes, I cast my line out. I think there might be something on the other end. Oh, yeah, there's something. Oh, it's silver. Whitefish maybe? Nope. Coors Light. Nice and cold. It's not as good as the Sultana Gold I had yesterday, but it'll help wash the beans down. Since there's so much Labrador tea on this island, just makes sense to boil some up and make it. But one way to really tell, you see a plant that looks like this, you flip the leaf over. If you see that orange fuzz, that's Labrador tea. I'm just gonna pick a bunch of leaves, put them in the kettle. You can see I just loaded it with leaves, and I'm hoping that once this boils I could pour it out the spout, and this spout will act as a strainer because I did not bring any tea bags. Ooh. Let's see if this works with the... Oh yeah. This tea actually has quite a bit of color to it, and it's quite fragrant. I've made Labrador tea in the past, and this is a little stronger than that. It's going to be good. It doesn't look that bad out there, but we're actually on the downwind side of the island. We were tempted to put the kayak and canoe out, but as soon as you go around the corner, you're hit with gusts of wind. I checked my Zoleo, I checked the weather, and it said that tomorrow is going to be a lot more calm. So we're just going to hang out at camp, maybe try a few casts from shore, and then we'll go hard in the morning. Currently using my Zoleo to send my wife a message just to let her know that we're okay, check in. It's pretty awesome. Don't need cell service. Second night in the hammock. One thing that I noticed last night is I had a kind of a restless night. It was comfortable, but I drank a bunch of coffee, had lots of energy. Couldn't really sleep. I was a little excited, but I was up at, midnight, 1, 2 a.m. And even at that time, I could still see the silhouette of the trees. So being this far north and in the month of June, it doesn't get pitch black outside. It's kind of like twilight, even in the middle of the night. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna crash, and another full day tomorrow around the camp and on the lake. So good night. That is such an awesome campsite. Awesome sloping rock right down to the water.
Pretty deadly.
And there's a flat enough spot to put the fire pit and the stick stove. I'm glad we found it. The spot looks so fishy, and not even a follow yet. Oh wow. A fish hit it right as I was just dangling it below. I was getting ready to cast, and my line started taking off.
Nice.
Just tiny.
Who cares, man?
It's my first fish on the fly, yeah.
Yeah. Pike or wally?
A little pike. Like very little.
When you hit that big fly.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
First fish on the fly. What a monster. That is what you come way up to the north to fish for. Right there. It's got to be at least 20 ounces. But beautiful fish. Thanks for breaking the skunk. Yeah, I was just dangling my line there, and then all of a sudden it's like shooting up like, what? I was just getting ready to cast. There we go. Haha. Another little one. But I saw the head, it was kind of cool.
Well, better action in here than the other spot.
Did you get anything?
I got 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll have to stick it out here a while.
All little guys, but fish.
Yeah, this same here. This guy swallowed it. Wow. There it goes.
Here's one.
Decent.
Slightly better than what I've been getting. don't know if he's an eater though, but
maybe. Looks like it has a wider back on it. Oh yeah, that's our eater. Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh. Haha. That was cool. Oh.
better size one.
I don't know, but there was like a thump. And then I put it back in there, and then a fish was on, but he popped off. These are the first birch trees we've seen this whole camping trip. So I found a dead stump here. Let's scavenge some bark for a fire starter, because we got a fish to cook. Yo, fish on. Another little pike. It's just barely hooked. Another little pike. They always thrash just before I release, every time. Oh, I had a fish on. I didn't even realize it. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that was a walleye.
Was it?
Yeah, smoked the fly.
Oh, looked like a decent one too.
I hope I got that on film.
Is that your first hit over here?
No, second. I had a fish on. I was playing with something and I didn't realize. But that walleye came and smoked it like right.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just about to paddle away.
Hit a hit.
Yeah.
That's a fish.
Yep.
That looks pretty decent, man.
Wait a minute.
What do you got, boy?
Nice walleye. Ah, fucking net. Sorry. Nice walleye. Ah, gotcha.
Woo! Right on, man.
Oh, there we have it.
Tony just got himself a nice walleye. That is actually the first walleye out of slot that we've caught, so it's going to come home with us. Back to shore for lunch. So, yeah, we have a walleye and a pike.
Perfect.
Head back to camp. Normally we don't keep a walleye over 18 inches, but it's been a struggle because every walleye we've caught is right in the middle of that slot size, 18 to 21 inches, which is a no keep size. So we'll have one slightly over slot, we'll keep it. So we just got back from our morning fishing session. A couple of keepers, so we're actually gonna have shore lunch today. Got Tony's nice walleye here and this pike. I'm gonna try something new with the pike. I've never done it before, but I've watched other videos, and I'm gonna try the 5 fillet method. See how it goes. So the first cut, you go straight behind the back, down to the backbone. You'll feel the spine. And just cut all the way back, keeping the knife level. Okay, that's one fillet. Second one back here. If you start right at the butthole, there's no more bones back here. So just like that while it's on the pike still. Leave it attached, take the skin off. Same thing on the other side. Cut down to the spine, put the butthole backwards. Leave it on the tail. I have a mosquito biting my arm, but I'm focused. Die, mosquito. Yes, here when you're looking from the top down now, the last two fillets, you can see the pin bones or the Y bones, and those are normally what is the hardest to get out. Just put your knife on a 45, take your time, and go underneath the bones. Follow the bones. Same thing back here. Now it's just like cleaning walleye. Go around the ribs, like that. Fillet number 4. No bones, and then just repeat on the other side. So now we have our 5 fillets. There's the 2 pieces of the caudal peduncle, the tail, back strap. Just gotta take the skin off that. There we go. There's the back strap, skin. And I want to try something with these. I'm actually going to turn it into a 7 fillet method, just so it's easier to hold on to. I'll cut them in half like that. Turn the knife sideways. That's 1/2. Flip it over. Now you have something to hold on to for the second half. So there you go, 7 fillet pike. Cut it in half down the middle, turn the knife. Flip that over, get the other half. Needs a quick rinse, but got quite a bit of meat, beautiful boneless meat out of that small pike. There you go. There's more coming. You want to try the pike or the walleye first?
Let's try the pike first.
Okay. This batter I have, I'm using cornmeal, some almond flour, seasoned salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. I make my own because my wife has a gluten allergy, and there's no real big name brand fish batters that are gluten-free that I know of yet. If you know of any gluten-free batters, let me know. Pike's in the batter. Shake it up. It's fresh meat and it's wet, so the batter will stick pretty good. You don't need an egg wash. Make some fries. First piece of pike. It's a small one, so nice thin pieces, so it's extra crispy. You hear the sizzle. That's crunchy, eh?
It is. Tasty.
Looks like the fries are almost done. There's the walleye fillets.
The eye wall.
The mighty eye wall. We caught it on that point right there.
Nice chunky thing.
Just a matter of minutes ago. Maybe an hour ago.
Same with the walleyes.
Fries?
Yeah, I'll try a few. Thank you.
Or hot.
Hot. Oh man.
Whew. Hot fries. Fresh cooked walleye. It's really good, and a lot of people are probably going to hate me for this, but I think the pike tastes better. I really do. And this is really good, so that's saying something. Another thing that makes this trip special is it's my first time using my new fly rod. I just picked up fly fishing for the first time ever last summer, and I caught a ton of smallmouth bass. They're the predominant species where I live, but we also have a lot of pike. So this past winter, I decided to pick up this 10 weight rod, and I have it lined with Pro Drift Predator line from trickflies.ca. I'm also using their Pro Drift Predator leader, which is 35-pound fluoro tipped with titanium not too kinky tippet. And I've caught a few pike so far, but still looking for the big one. So we've been here a few days now, starting to feel like home, and the idea that we're so remote is kind of drifting away. But still, when you think about it, where we are, Wabakimi Park is a pinnacle destination for a lot of elite backcountry paddlers and anglers. Well, the north boundary of that is 150 kilometers south of us right now, as the crow flies. In fact, we're only 350 kilometers from the Polar Bear Provincial Park. That puts things into perspective. We're up there. Hold her up. Yeah, buddy. Walleye. Well, that changed in a hurry. Just 10 minutes ago, Tony and I were out on the lake. Dead calm, zero wind, no waves. And then this kicked up. This is the first time since we've been camping here that the wind is blowing from the west. So, it is what it is. We'll make do. This is our last night here anyway. Making some spider dogs. To make a spider dog, just skewer it in the middle, cut almost to the stick, make a X pattern, repeat on the other side. There. Now rotate that over the fire. Simple. Just leaving camp for last minute fish. This is our last night at camp, and after that storm my last fishing session got cut short. Sun's about to go down in a couple hours, so figured why not go out and give it a quick troll. I put my fly rod away. Just gonna keep it simple, enjoy the moment. And fish on. What do we have? Walleye. Yep. Last minute fish. On the gold Williams spoon. Beautiful. Right in front of our camp. That's our camp right there. Yep, fish. Pike this time. Nice healthy pike. There. Oh, came out nice and easy. Apparently for this lake, that's a big one. Most of the pike we caught were smaller than this. she goes. That was a hit. Hard hit. I'm just gonna go past my landing and turn around, park the boat. Last morning at camp. The sun is just poking through the trees. Everything's packed up, or the tent's gone, hammock's gone. We just have to load it up into the canoe and the kayak. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet campsite. If you feel adventurous and want to drive to the end of Ontario, here's the coordinates to this exact campsite. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, it really sucks leaving this campsite. It felt great to be here. Pretty awesome. But we still have a long journey. We can see many more animals. And there's a spot we want to stop and fish on our way south. One last look at the campsite before we go. Back at the landing. This lake was a little different than we expected. We were planning on fishing for pike. We thought this would be a great pike lake, hence that's why I was tossing the large streamers on the fly rod for most of the trip. But it turns out Molly Lake is dominated by walleye. Who would have thought? Anyway, gonna park the kayak, start the truck, get the stuff loaded, hit the road. Remember the Pipestone River from our way up? It wasn't just sightseeing when we stopped here, we were scouting it out. Gonna go wet the lines for a little bit. Nothing.
Wow. You never know with fishing, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Well, Pipestone turned out to be a bust. I was thinking about putting the kayak in here, but it's really shallow, really rocky. Tony caught a couple small pike, that's it. But there's more rivers along the way. So I'm gonna head down south and see what else we can find. The things you see way up north. Anybody want a restoration project? Driving conditions on this gravel road were pretty decent, but they seem to have changed. This is something I haven't seen in a while. The gravel has turned into some kind of a hard surface. Back to civilization. Sort of. Fishing was a bust at Pipestone River, so we decided to head back towards Sioux Lookout and hit up Stranger Lake on the Marchington River system. It's a spot I've wanted to fish for a long time now, and I'm finally getting to do it. Such a beautiful spot. That up there is the Marchington River, and downstream is Stranger Lake. I just wanted to explore the falls first, and then maybe go fish the mouth of the river. There's got to be fish in here though. I could just anchor under this bridge. Out of the sun. Oh no, there's the sun. It's nice and cool under there. Go fish. I thumped it good. Yep, it's pike. Stranger Lake. Stranger Lake pike. I've reached the halfway point on my 2020 New Year's resolution goal to fish and film 20 new bodies of water, lakes, rivers that I've never seen before. On this trip, I fished Molly Lake, which is lake number 10, and then on our way home, hit up Stranger Lake, which I'm currently on, and that's number 11. So we're getting there. That was a cool looking bug. Fish. That's fighting pretty good. Oh, another little pike. Little pike thumped me. Gonna jump. Yep, called it. Gonna do that, huh? Give me my gold back. He's unhooked, he's just... There we go. Little pike. Even though we're near Sioux Lookout, which is still in northwestern Ontario, The trees are so much different than they were up in Molly Lake, north of Pickle. Here you have cedars, black spruce, white spruce, pine trees, poplar. Up there, it seemed like every single tree was a stunted black spruce. Like they'd be 20 feet tall, 25 feet tall, and only 5 inches in diameter. So there's a definite change in foliage a few hundred kilometers north. The camping trip has come to an end. Shortly we're going to be getting off of the river, head back to Sioux Lookout, which feels like the deep south right now. But yeah, fishing could have been better, but there's some nice catches in there. Had some great times outdoors. Oh, what more can you ask for? Anyway, if you're still watching this, either I have good content or you're extremely bored. Anyway, we'll catch you at the next trip.